Now it's time for the Financial Breeze Internet Radio webcast with Brother Breezy Gibson and Brother Jay Green. They will inspire, empower, and encourage you with very positive people who are truly making a difference in our society. So without any further ado, here is Brother Breezy Gibson and Brother Jay Green with Financial Breeze Internet Radio webcast right here on the PraiseHouse.com, where the power is in the praise.
Oh my goodness, well, Brother Jay, you each and every week, these scriptures are just so heartwarming and they're just so thought-provoking. And today is a great day because we got somebody on the line with us on our show today that just fits that description to a T, Brother Jay.
Does it? Who do we have today on our show, Brother Breezy?
Well, her name I'm just excited, Brother Jay, right here in the PraiseHouse.com with us. It's the one and only. It's a lady who she's just a trailblazer, and she's into being a model, a choreographer, an entrepreneur. She's got a whole lot of things going, plus a bag of chips on top of that, and that would be the one and only Miss Nikki LaShae. Okay, Brother Jay?
Thank you for having me, gentlemen.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brother Jay, our audience, again, as usual, get your pens and papers together because we've got information that we're going to present to you about Miss Nikki LaShae and her illustrious career. And so, speaking of your illustrious career, let's talk about a lot of things today, Miss LaShae. Now, what's your opinion on society today and the shape that it's in?
Oh, goodness. Well, it just seems like society has just gotten a little bit off center and lost its direction. I mean, a lot of us are just walking around, lost, and we don't take the time to discover our purpose and hone in on ourselves as individuals so that we can, just become whole individuals before we attach ourselves to others, via friendships or, intimate relationships and marriages and having kids, and we just keep perpetuating, cycles of negativity and, we keep continuing these chains, these curses of, abuse and having babies out of wedlock and, being, continuing miseducation. And I just think that if we just hone in, on ourselves as individuals and develop ourselves and take the time to, nourish our minds and our bodies and just learn, then we can begin to turn the tables, and change things around. Society is not, we're in trouble, but, we can definitely, in working together, we can change some things.
Wow, that is awesome, Brother Breezy. That is awesome, Sister Nikki LaShae. And you are so well-spoken and also seem independent, but you also have this Southern Belle charm to you. Now, how did that combination come about, and how are you working that out?
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I'm originally from Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, and my mom, when she married, she moved the family over to Atlanta, Georgia, bigger city. She grew up in Mississippi, and she wanted something different. So I came over when I was 4. And although Atlanta is not necessarily a New York or Los Angeles, it is a major city of the South. It has grown so much. And, summers and holidays, I went back to, spend time with grandmom. So I still had that, that Southern, had the morals and the cooking skills and the horseback riding, all that stuff, and walking around barefoot.
Right.
I had all that stuff, instilled in me, when I was young. So I still had, grandmom pans laid on me, and then, coming back to Atlanta, and, I went to Georgia State University, so I got a taste of the city life. So I'll always say that I'm a city girl with a country heart, because I still love my horses. I still love to cook, I like the domestic duties and everything, but I love, the buildings and the city lights and whatnot. So, yeah, got that combination going on.
Absolutely, positively, Mr. LaShae. There's just a tad of a slight echo coming in from you, Miss LaShae, but we'll move on. You say you're a city girl with a country heart. Now, that is a very profound statement. We know you travel a lot in your line of work, so what are a few places you would like to work that you haven't at as of
Oh, goodness. Oh, there's so many. The world is such a big, beautiful place. Let's see. I guess in the U.S., I still haven't been to Los Angeles. I've been to New York a few times for work, and I loved it. But a part of me, being brought up in the South, I appreciate that warm weather. So I want to get out to L.A. and see what that's like. And but I want to go to South Africa. I want to go to Latin America. I would love to work in Japan as well. So these are some, pretty extreme places, but it'll be wonderful to, see some of the landscapes and to be introduced to the people and the culture, and what better reason to be there than to be hired to be there, and be in another country just to experience life as they know it and as they do it, So those are a few places that I like to go for starters. So.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Nikki, tell us a little bit about your recent accomplishments.
Okay. Well, I've recently just been certified as a fitness trainer by SSA because I developed a creative arts and fitness company called LaShae Presents. So under that company, there's dance coaching and model coaching, and I do it a little bit differently. I don't just do, the personal training. I set up dance fitness workshops and whatnot for women, for teens, and for children, and just for groups. I've customized, workshops that are catered to different demographics. So that's what I've been working on recently, just being more than a pretty face and, just transitioning into more behind-the-scenes work, and more of a budding, businesswoman, so if you will.
Okay. And that businesswoman comes with a capital B, as we know, on the entrepreneur side. Now, people that know you, Nikki LaShae, the model. Okay, well, what are some of the things about you that people would never know unless they thought to ask?
Oh, geez. Well, there's a lot. There's a lot. I'm a bit of a multi-layered person. I've studied music since I was 11 years old. My first instrument was clarinet. When I was 14, I picked up the piano, and then when I was 16, I picked up the guitar. So I'm not very public with everything, I don't want people to get all confused and whatnot, but yeah, although my main careers are, modeling and dance, and I do some acting. I've studied music since I was 11. I've been writing since I was 7. I've won awards and accolades for my writing. I also do some songwriting now. I compose music and I still write songs. I absolutely love it. It was my first love. It's something that I could do, even when, the looks fade. So that's what I've been working on or whatnot, or that's something that most people won't know. Also, something weird, my background, my ethnicity is actually Irish, Choctaw, and Black. But I think I just look 100% Black, so I don't think people would know that, if they ask.
Well, let me go ahead and give out your website address. Is www.NikkiLaShae.com, and that's NikkiLaShae.com.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. There's also another website for LaShae Presents. That's www.ISSAcertifiedtrainer.com/LaShae Presents. And that's LaShaePresents. LaShae Presents.
Wow.
So that's the site.
Awesome.
Yeah. And there they can find out more information about the company itself. And, my site is dedicated just to me, and I try to keep, the business side focused on, the clients and the individuals that come in. That's not about me at all. It's about the growth of others. And that's the focus of that company. So 2 separate sites.
All right.
Absolutely. And one thing I'm liking, Brother Jay, and I'm sure all of our listeners are from Sea to Shine and See, is the fact that Ms. LaShae continues to use the word business. And Brother Jay, with you and I both being entrepreneurs, we know what that means. That's a very, very strong word. And so I am exuberantly happy to continue to hear you mention that word, business, because
that's right.
You are in a business. And so, matter of fact, these days, 78% of all new businesses are started by women. And so I'm going to... Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So you've got to raise the flag again, wouldn't you say on that, Brother Jay?
Yeah, you got to raise the flag again. We surrender. We give up. We give the flag to the women, okay?
You have to. We made you guys.
Wow.
No, but y'all came from us. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for those beautiful words of support and whatnot. We definitely, men and women, we have to support each other, and we have to respect our men as men, and the men have to respect us as women, and it's just we have to keep that positive circle going. So I definitely appreciate you guys.
Nikki, we appreciate you as well, and let's just take away the label, the model, and let's just talk about things that are really close to your heart as a human being.
Okay. I love. I don't talk about the things I do. I don't record YouTube videos about the charity work that I do or whatnot, and I'm not even affiliated with a major charity at all. I just the things I do are very, very, very simple. Like if I see, I'll befriend a person that may be homeless, and I'll make sure I'll go kind of like a mini grocery shopping, for them. I just like to see people do better. I'll go mini grocery shopping for them. I may buy, an outfit or something, or some baby wipes so they can clean up. I worked a gig one time for a company, and they were going to throw away, a lot of food. And I asked them if I could take that, and donate it. And they obliged me, and I'm so thankful for that, because that would have been a lot of food gone to waste. So I made like 50 goodie bags, and I took it down. There's an area in the city downtown where there's a soup kitchen, but there's a lot of, estranged people, around that one block. And so I just walked around that one block and just handed them out and whatnot. And that's the type of stuff I like to do. I enjoy doing that. I've been in, less than ideal positions myself, and I wish that there were people who would just reach out to me. I wish that, I didn't have to ask,
Right.
And I believe that we should all do that for each other. We should reach out and just say, hey, do you need anything? We should be able to just call our friend or call somebody who we haven't spoke to in a long time and say, hey, are you all right?
Right.
Do you need a ride, or have you eaten today? Let me take you to dinner. We should always strive to make somebody else smile, or to do something nice for someone else, and I do wholeheartedly believe that is returned to you tenfold. I've never had to worry about myself as long as I have some concern for others. So things like that are close to my heart. Just and children, children and parenting. Fatherless homes, because I didn't grow up with a father in my home.
Right. Right.
So that's something that's very, very important to me. Again, it has a domino effect on this young child's life, on through adulthood. So we just, as a society, as a whole, we just have to do better. We have to, link hands and just go at this thing called life, together as a team,
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is well said, Ms. LaShae, well spoken. And from your energy, I can tell, I'm sure the listeners can tell as well, that you are a very high energy type of person. And so now, what actually motivates you with your different endeavors these days?
Oh, wow. I used to be, and I still am, I used to be such a shy person. I can remember when I was at Georgia State, and I would walk through the courtyard, and people would be waving to me, and I would not see them because I would beeline it to my next class. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I was so afraid of making eye contact with someone. And so, I just realized I was missing out on life, period. And so I would force myself, and I would put myself through tests, to get myself out of this shell. That was forcing me to miss out on life. That was forcing me to miss out on friendships. So instead of taking the road with few people, I would take the very congested area, to get to where I needed to go. And I would look around, and I would be more observant. So I think that I'm very self-motivated. I just always want to be better. I always want to grow as a person. And I think when I see negative situations around me, it motivates me to not want to impose negativity on anyone else. And I'm not perfect, but I do strive to not bring any harm to anyone. So when I see, I take the lessons from life, and I take the lessons from my experiences, and I use those to catapult me into a greater area, instead of making excuses for living down, in the depths and in the dumps, So things like that motivate me. I look at other people's situations, and I've been through some hardships of my own, and I don't want to live there. I want to. Everything happens for a reason. I just want to make sure that I take the lessons out of everything. And so, I guess you can say I'm self-motivated. And then there are the other things, of course. Like I have younger siblings that I know I have to be an example for. And then I teach kids from time to time, and somebody's always watching you. No matter how minuscule you think you are, somebody's always watching you. And so, and above all else, I know God is watching me. So I definitely don't want to, I don't want to disrespect, who created me. So I just strive to be better, and I take it 1 minute at a time, not even a day. I have to break it down further than that. So
That's right. That's right. And Nikki, you're so humble, and we just thank God for your humbleness. And, we went to the website, and we did a little research on your website. And on your website, we see that you work with Tyler Perry a little bit. Tell us a little bit about how it was working with Tyler.
Well, he's just the character that you see on TV is exactly how he is on set. He's very lighthearted. He even jokes around while he's on the job, and everybody loves working there. I played a college student on one of the episodes or whatnot, and I only did one of the episodes, but I really enjoyed myself. I met Lance, I think his name is Lance Gross, one of the main actors on the show Meet the Browns. That's the set I worked on. No, not Meet the Browns, House of Pain. It was House of Pain. Okay. And he was very nice. Everybody on set was very, very sweet, down to the makeup artist and the stylist. The food Tyler Perry provided was great. It was a great experience.
Wow.
I haven't had a chance to work on his new compound though, so that would be amazing. I worked on his first development closer to the city. So that was a great experience. Amongst one of my top 3 experiences in acting.
Now, Nikki.
Absolutely, wow.
Now, Nikki,
great stuff. When you agree, Brother Jay?
Now, Brother Breezy, that is some great stuff that we're getting here right on the Financial Breeze on the PraiseHouse.com, where the power is in the praise now. Breezy, there's a lot of models, rappers, producers, out here in this industry. But I want to ask Sister Nikki this question. What makes you different from the rest?
Boy, that's the golden question. I'd say, from looking on the outside in, my work ethic. I see what I do, even though it's in the entertainment field. It's a job, and I'm going to go ahead and say that it's probably the hardest job out there because there's no guarantee on your success. Although there's no cap on it, there's no one telling you how much you can make. That's the beauty of it. You can work as long, as hard, as much as you want to, and and so you can eat and shop and do whatever you want to do with the money that you brought in. That's the beautiful thing about it. But it's a job nevertheless, you know, and I worked for my title. You know, I didn't just go out there and become a model for a meal ticket. I didn't just, you know, and dancing for hobby and for fun and for fitness is great, you know, but, you know, I put a lot of sweat into it and, you know, and rolled an ankle for it, or, you know, got a shin splint for it, or, you know, pulled a muscle. You know, it's just, you put your body through a lot. And I went through some intense training. So I'll say overall, my work ethic, you know, I definitely worked for my title, and I go against the grain in effort to produce greatness. You know, unfortunately, with my body shape, most casting directors try to push me into a urban glamour type field, and I'm not comfortable with that. And I don't believe that you should be typecast. Put it this way, I believe that you should go for wherever your passions lie. You know, if you feel strongly about it, go for it. As long as you made sure that you have conditioned yourself and positioned yourself to be there, you know, and the only thing that needs to be introduced to you is opportunity, you know, then don't let anybody put you in a box. I never allowed anybody to put me in a box. And I believe that's what makes me different. And I look at my job as a career and not as a moment, you know, and I treat it as such.
Absolutely. And, wow. Well, now, how do you hope to impact this world, Nikki? I mean, you've got a lot of things going on there, and I'm sure our listeners are feeling your warm spirit, your warm vibe. So now, how do you hope to impact this world with that spirit and vibe?
Oh, well, I definitely would love to, you know, I don't care about, you know, a name or a legacy, so to speak. I just want to leave a great impression. You know, like, you know, if somebody's walking through this stand and there's a footprint, you don't know who was there, but you know somebody was there, you know, and I just hope to, I want to, because of what I went through, you know, growing up, I would love to set up, you know, workshops or some kind of a community center for young girls, you know, who maybe don't have fathers in their homes, or who maybe their home situation isn't the best, you know, to go home to. So I would love to give them a place of hope, you know, to let them know that it's, you know, you still try. There's life after, you know, 18. There's life after you move out of there. You know, don't let that be a hindrance to your growth right now at age 9, at age 15. You know, I would like to have like a home base, if you will, where young girls, and eventually, you know, open it up to young men as well. But of course, you know, I believe as a woman, you know, I can't teach a man how to be a man. But from my perspective and what I can provide wholeheartedly and with certainty is to other young girls, you know, a place for them to develop themselves, to develop strength so that they can make wise decisions with their lives and make wise decisions and love, you know, and educate themselves so that they, you know, don't make choices that they can't reverse. So I would just like to impact, I would like to help others not stumble where I had to stumble in order to learn, if that makes sense.
Wow, awesome. That does make sense, Nikki. That makes definitely, you know, sense that you want to help others in order to get where you are, but the things that you learned from getting there, you can also help them get to the same place, correct?
Yes, without them having to go through so many hardships,
right.
You know, just simply by educating them, you know, and I mean, knowledge prevents a lot of hardships. You know, people don't realize this. It's so simple. You educate yourself, it'll prevent a lot of hardships that you have to go through. You know, and that's in every facet of life, you know.
Right.
Street knowledge and book knowledge, you know.
Right. Now, Nikki, what great things can we expect from you in the near future?
Okay. Well, let's see. I do have a few dance performances coming up. And you can actually, I have an upcoming events page on my website, NikkiLaShae.com, that people can go to, and I update it all the time. I just finished hosting an event, the world's next top natural hair model crowning ceremony and gala. I was a host with Abyss. He's been everywhere. Def Poetry Jam and 106 in Park, and I hosted the event with him. And so things like that I'll post on my page. I know I have a dance performance coming up. Let's see what else. There's boot camps from my company. There's a lot more things coming up with that. I'm going to have dance camps for children coming up this summer. Also, I'm still modeling, so I'm booked for travel dates. So I have my travel dates on my website as well. So I know I'll be in D.C. in May, and I'll probably be in L.A. come July. So there's just a lot going on. My little brain can't contain all this. I need some kind of memory herb. I tell you that. I have to reference my own site. What do I have coming up next? So, yeah, so there's a few things coming up. Just check the site, and I'll keep you posted.
All right.
How about that? Well, speaking of your illustrious website, which we'll get that out again, and being www.NikkiLaShae.com, and that's NikkiLashae.com. Well, thank you so much for posting even our interview today on your website. I mean, that's a real touch of class right there, Nikki, and we really appreciate that. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I support the cause. I support you guys. You guys are wonderful.
Thank you so much, Nikki LaShae. We do appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. Well, you keep doing what you do, and I love that you guys keep God first, and that He is the foundation of your show. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And thank you guys for thinking of me and having me on.
Oh, yeah. Now, we've got our own illustrious shout-out list, but before we give our shout-out list, is there anyone in your camp? Are there people in your list of followers that you'd like to give acknowledgments to, family?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Okay. To all almost 5,000 of the friends on Facebook, thank you guys for being so supportive. For the 900 and wait, thank you guys for being supportive. That is amazing. I just woke up one day and I was like, 300? No, that's a joke. And then it just kept growing and increasing, and that's just a wonderful thing. I'm so thankful that you guys find me remotely interesting. So thank you to all my supporters, who visit my website and who I have such wonderful people who send me just congratulations and just saying, your pictures are beautiful and thank you for doing what you do. And even from a fitness perspective, women that just that tell me their stories and they feel comfortable enough to share their stories with me. And so thank you to everyone who just is supportive of my career and whatnot.
Okay, and so, I mean, that is just some great stuff. I'm sure, all of our listeners, no matter where they are, all roads point to your website, Ms. LaShae, and we've got an illustrious list of people who chimed in on our shout-out list today. Ms. Treese Bariqua from New York City, Galen Morgan in Pensacola, Florida, Lady V the Poet in Atlanta, Georgia, yes. Brenda Floyd in Virginia, Betty Taylor Cootie, Lufkin, Texas, Theta O'Connor down in Miami, actually Coral Springs, Florida, Simone Joy in Stone Mountain, and John Jeffries in Chicago, and Mu Ning is chiming in from Tokyo today. So I guess it's nighttime where he is. So wow. Our illustrious listeners, thank you so much, Ms. LaShae. All our listeners from Sea to Shining Sea have been inspired and educated with your information, and so thank you for joining us on this day on www.thepraisehouse.com, where history is made each and every day.
You've been listening to the Financial Breeze Internet Radio Webcast with Brother Breezy Gibson and Brother Jay Green. To be a guest, ask a question, or make a comment, please email us at financialbreeze@yahoo.com. That's financialbreeze@yahoo.com. Or call us at 404-856-9305. That's 404-856-9305. Until next week, may God keep you in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on him.